I love you so much. You are not only my friends, but you are my family. That's what we all are for each other, aren't we? We are a family. So as I stand here today, I want to not only bring to you the love that I have for you, but if we could also have Dr. Hill, who is here, stand up. Greg Cook. Mark Wolfert. And I also bring to you the love of David Sterling from Armenia, from Ragyang from El Salvador, and Corey Lindley from the Solomon Islands. I know they would be with you if they could be, but they're with us in spirit. So it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to gather with you. A lot has happened since we met at Leadership in Nashville, hasn't it? The world has experienced economic and political storms like I have never seen in my lifetime. We made some hard decisions at doTERRA that hurt, but the road isn't always easy when we have big mountains to climb, is it? We made a decision long ago to personally invest without the help of private investors of any kind. That sacrifice and decision has allowed doTERRA to remain a net debt-free company and weather every storm that has come because we don't have investors or shareholders who don't understand our business making irrational demands on us. We are in a solid place, and we are positioned to make big investments back into the business. In fact, our operating income is so healthy that we have more cash on hand than we've had since the beginning of 2021. So cash is the oxygen that a company needs in order to innovate and prepare for bright days ahead. And I'm telling you this to reassure you in case the grim demise of other companies recently have you worried. We built doTERRA to last from the very beginning. We are not pulling money out of the company, but rather reinvesting into doTERRA's future to improve our customer and leader experience, to imagine powerful, life-changing products, and to provide even better support to help you succeed. We are excited for our future. We have a generational mindset, and we have every intention to be here forever. Now, not every network marketing company can do what we do. I want to give credit to Rod Richardson for the inspiration of what I'm about to share with you as we look at the cycle of most network marketing companies. Thank you, Rod. I've just added some meat on the bones to what he created. It's easy to create momentum early. People jump at the chance to be a part of a new opportunity. And it doesn't matter in the beginning if the opportunity is sustainable or even if the product is what they claim that it is. They see quick results in the beginning, and they assume it will just get better over time. And then, as it always happens, challenges arise. And when challenges arise, most of these companies decide to shift their focus from product to opportunity, right? We've seen that time and time again. And the result with that is their customers drift away. They find new products to fill that need, and they forget what made them fall in love with the product in the first place. And without customers, distributors don't see success, and they drift away too. We're seeing that with companies that even began this year already having to change compensation plans because they overpromised and could not deliver. We saw explosive growth early on too. In fact, We grew faster than Apple in our early years. Remember Corey Lindley's charts? We, like everyone else, have faced challenges. But we have made the necessary adjustments, and we kept our focus on life-enhancing products. People experience results with our products, and they become loyal product users. They become a necessity in their lives. You, as our amazing wellness advocates, educate them, and their lives become healthier. The business growth is a natural byproduct of your efforts. And your new customers fall in love with essential oils. They rely upon doTERRA's wellness products to nurture their families. And it's only natural for them to share with others what works so beautifully for them. About 18% of your customers become wellness advocates, and the cycle continues. This is why doTERRA is a forever company. Now, by now, you've all heard about the enhancements we are making to the compensation plan. And I know, yes, change can be hard, but I want you to know that these improvements have been made with detailed analysis, with feedback from you, and with prayerful consideration. We are not doing this to cut costs. I want to be clear. We are not planning to pay a penny less. Our 48% payout commitment will not decrease. Yes. You have our word on that. It is an answer to the pleas we have received from you over the past several years. Our compensation plan pays the best in the industry. It is robust and sustainable and has stood the test of nearly 17 years in business. It is not broken. And with that being said, we have recognized some areas that must be updated so that we can truly be a forever company. Improvements that will allow engaged leaders to earn more. We want to make sure that the comp plan inspires the next generation of leaders as they are rewarded based on their effort. And this will, in turn, ensure a thriving business for you that will carry on a new generation of growth for years and generations to come. We have no intention to shift away from network marketing. Our commitment to you has never wavered, and it never will. Our business model is powerfully sustainable because it is done with purpose, integrity, and effective products that people rely on. That is what sets doTERRA apart. That is why our cycle continues. Every decision we make is powered by our commitment to help the world heal. And I want to take you on a walk with me down memory lane for just a few moments. I was raised by a mother who deeply valued a nature-based approach to health and wellness. Her mother was the same. I fondly remember eating from the garden and walking through my grandmother's herb garden as she explained the benefits of every plant to me. My grandparents had rows of grapevines and raspberries and blackberries and a fruit orchard that was the envy of the valley. We would gather peppermint and other herbs and dried them and wrapped them in my mom's old pantyhose, and we would make our herbal remedies. I was taught beautiful principles and was raised to trust the intelligence of nature. My mom brewed kombucha in the kitchen before it was a fad, and my Nana was a progressive woman who became expert at iridology and reflexology long before it was cool. I remember sitting next to her whenever I had a tummy ache or a headache as she worked the reflex points in my hands to ease my discomfort. But when I left my parents' home and began to create my own life, I forgot many of the lessons taught by my mom and Nana. I forgot the power of natural solutions and opted for quick fixes to whatever challenges I was encountering. With a limited grocery budget, I decided eating nutritious food wasn't as important as my mother always said. And I replaced fresh vegetables and fruit as my energy source with Dr. Pepper. When I got a job in the late 90s with this new essential oil company, I was intrigued, and I started to research to learn whatever I could. And then one day, I was home with my baby daughter, and I found myself in need of something to help find relief. I opened up my bathroom cabinet, and my eyes fell upon this little bottle of peppermint essential oil. I was desperate. And in that moment, I remembered picking peppermint with my mother and how powerful her herbal solutions were. The experience I had with my daughter with that precious bottle of peppermint changed me forever. It left me with no doubt that pure essential oils can change lives and empower mothers like me. I have been completely immersed in the world of essential oils for 28 years now. That ages me just a little bit. I still feel 28, and I have loved every minute. And the magical thing about starting on a journey with essential oils is that you can't help but change other parts of your life. How I eat, how I sleep, how I move my body, where I look for answers to my questions, and how I listen to my body. It has all changed. And you know what? It has gone back to the way my mother and Nana taught me from the beginning. When we created doTERRA in 2008, essential oils were not a mainstream concept. They weren't new. In fact, we have yet to fully understand what the Egyptians, the Greeks, and the Romans knew about them thousands of years ago. But in 2008, they were niche and kind of weird, if I'm being honest. We knew that every family in the world could benefit from essential oils that were pure. And we did not want misconceptions, improper positioning, or harmful adulteration to stop anyone from using them. These gifts of the earth were created with purpose for all of God's children. They are for families in the suburbs and the cities and in the homesteads. And so, we set out to make essential oils accessible, to prove their efficacy and safety so people would feel confident turning to them to care for their families. This film from 2008 makes me laugh. We were pretty young. We didn't know what we didn't know back then. But our goal was to have an essential oil in every home. We knew that sourcing pure essential oils would always be the heart of doTERRA. And in order to get the most powerful results, we need to protect the integrity of how nature creates them. So, we created a standard of quality that did not exist, and we did the right thing instead of the easy thing. We blazed a trail. Now watch for a moment. You'll see Drew Wolfert come out on stage there. My baby sister's there at the end, Kathy Tang, David Sterling's daughter. But we blazed a trail that no other companies have been willing to follow because it's hard. We found the best people to work with. We started working with the people growing the plants to ensure purity and efficacy at a level unheard of in the essential oil industry. We partnered with the most astute scientists and chemists, researchers, physicians, and today We are considered the gold standard of quality and consistency by researchers and institutions who want to explore the power and potential of pure essential oils that could only be found at doTERRA. Yes. No other brand even comes close to what we have built over the past 17 years. We also knew that the best way for people to learn how to live healthier lives is from people they know and trust. And so we chose the person-to-person business model to share our products. When we were deciding what name to give our distributors, we started with independent product consultants, but we soon changed it to wellness advocate. We felt this was more fitting, since you don't simply consult people on how to live healthier lives, but rather you advocate. You advocate for better choices. You champion our right to choose how we care for our bodies. Advocates are educated and fearless and committed to a cause. Is that you? Is that what you are? Yes? Those of you who are with us in the early years will remember that we were disruptors. We were advocating for self-empowerment and self-reliance and telling everyone we knew that what you put in your body and on your body matters. Most people had not heard of essential oils, so telling your friends that you use them was not the norm. Being concerned about parabens, red dye 40, fluoride, glyphosate was considered radical. Telling your friends not to use their cool fragrance cartridges could be socially awkward. How many of you felt judged and even ridiculed when you set out on your journey of natural health and wellness? Yes? Only a few of you? You're like, oh, yes, yes. We started talking, but you were here. And I am here because we felt a need to make a change. We felt so strongly that people needed a framework to take care of their health. We started talking about the foundations of health and wellness, things like nutrition, exercise, sleep, avoiding toxins. Sound familiar? I want you to look at this chart for a moment. There we go. This is life expectancy versus the amount spent on healthcare per capita. And that blue line shows the US, and the orange line shows the average of comparable countries. Can you see what I see? We are spending nearly twice as much on healthcare as our peer countries, yet our outcomes are drastically lower. Isn't a lack of skilled healthcare professionals or life-saving medical equipment? In fact, the US is blessed with the best, most dedicated, innovative doctors, nurses, specialists. We are home to the most advanced hospitals in the history of the world. So what are we getting wrong? What are we missing? Perhaps the answer is in the way we are living our daily lives. What we're breathing in, what we're putting in and on our bodies, how intentional we are about nourishing, hydrating, and moving our bodies. Every day, I speak with people who are sick of being sick. People who are tired of being tired. You too? Yes? You're hearing it right now, aren't you? We're hearing some loud voices. And like never before, people are ready to take charge of their health. And these are people who weren't ready 3 months ago, 6 months ago, and certainly not 5, 10, or 17 years ago. These are people in my own little community who want to feel the way I feel because they've been watching. The health paradigm has shifted. There is an awakening happening. Do you feel it? Yes. There is a growing awareness of the impact our daily choices have on our health. People are now asking about their food, their metabolism, gut health, about the effects of cortisol on their bodies and what toxins they are being exposed to. Do you see what shifted as we came out of that pandemic? Look what people are searching for. They're looking at labels, many for the very first time. They're researching ingredients and exploring new habits. They're opening their minds. The world is finally starting to understand what we have known all along. People want to feel well. They want to be full of vitality, and they're ready to make big lifestyle changes that look suspiciously like the wellness pyramid. We've been banging this drum for 17 years now. We have been focused on healthy lifestyle habits powered by the gift of nature, and society is beginning to catch on. You are the disruptors. You saw it first. But those people who have been looking or who have been thinking you were a little crazy are now looking at you with new eyes. More people than ever are asking critical questions about what their bodies need. And you are the ones perfectly positioned to help people find solutions. You have been educating yourself on health and wellness topics for years. You have worked with hundreds of people to find answers and navigate their health priorities. You have been advocating for wellness the whole time. We have products that can help people live healthier, happy lives. We have solutions that work with people's natural processes to help it do what it does best. Our bodies have an intelligence that recognizes the intelligence of nature. And from my perspective, this moment has the potential to be our biggest season of growth. And North America has massive potential because this is the health movement that has been ignited here. People are asking questions, and we have never been better positioned to answer the call. The world of essential oils unlocks well-being in a powerful way. You are the authority. Who knows more about this topic than you? This is your moment. We all have a choice in how we live our lives. All of us have made the decision to change how we look at health. For me, my decision came when I held my infant daughter and watched her struggle. I did not want to feel helpless. I wanted to do something, and I remembered what my mother had done to help me when I was a child. What was your tipping point? I want to celebrate all the courageous mothers and caregivers in this room, whether you have birthed, adopted, or fostered children, or you're a mother by extension of your care of people. You are the leaders of this wellness movement. You are the ones that began to demand change and accountability from food manufacturers because you want healthier food for your children. You are the ones who looked at the ingredients on your baby shampoo and thought, there's gotta be something better out there. You are the ones who have taken upon yourself to become informed, to make empowered choices, to ask for a second opinion because your gut tells you there is a better option. You are the ones who brought wellness to the public stage, who wrote letters to your senators and asked hard questions and refused to go away and be quiet and stay in your lane. And the world is listening, and your children are listening. The next generation is going to be stronger and wiser and more empowered because you stood up and said, enough is enough. Thank you for being loud. Thank you for being weird before it was cool. Thank you for selflessly sharing what you know with others. Thank you for caring enough to be bold. And thank you for advocating for a better world.